That illuminated RHO badge on the dash isn't the nameplate, it's a mission statement. And Ram just built the most capable heavy-duty off-road platform in American truck history. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the RHO exists as a separate engineering program, not an appearance package on a power wagon. There's one drivetrain decision here that no heavy-duty off-road truck has made at the factory level. And the real ownership cost? It's not what the sticker implies. We're covering the cabin, the exterior engineering, and a powertrain story that deserves more attention. This brief didn't come from a consumer focus group. Here's what stops me immediately, and it's not the axle lock button, and it's not the full carbon steering wheel inserts. It's the rotary gear selector. A machined rotary transmission controller on a heavy-duty 2500 platform is a packaging and ergonomics decision, not a luxury gesture. Replacing a conventional column or floor shifter with a rotary dial frees approximately 8 inches of console real estate, space that becomes available for the 4WD auto, axle lock, and terrain management controls that cluster around it. On a working truck where glove hand operation is routine, a knurled rotary dial provides tactile confirmation of gear selection without visual verification. That's an operational advantage, not a style choice. Speculative tech number 1. An adaptive transfer case management system that reads steering angle, throttle position, and IMU data simultaneously to pre-engage 4WD low range up to 0.8 seconds before the terrain demands it. Current systems require driver input or reactive wheel speed differential detection. Preemptive engagement eliminates the brief torque interruption that currently occurs when heavy-duty trucks transition onto loose terrain under load. That's the control architecture. Now let's look at the environment it sits in. Step inside, and the RHO badge language runs completely through the cabin, illuminated in red on the passenger side carbon fiber dash panel, debossed in the leather on both seat bolsters, and carried through the carbon fiber door panel accent strip. Every RHO identification point uses the same red illumination spec, which tells you this interior was spec'd as a system, not assembled from a parts catalog. The door panel delivers the material story in 3 zones. Carbon fiber accent strip across the upper section, lightweight, dimensionally stable, and resistant to flex under repeated door cycling. Full leather midsection and armrest with red contrast stitching throughout. The speaker grille sits in the lower corner in a dedicated housing, acoustically isolated from the door structure so panel resonance doesn't compromise audio quality at volume. For anyone who's dealt with rattling door panels in a previous Ram after extended trail use, that acoustic isolation is the engineering answer. The 12-inch vertical touchscreen is the largest in the segment, and it runs a 2-panel layout. Function tiles on the left, contextual content on the right. Speculative tech number 2, a context-aware display mode that automatically switches the right panel to terrain data when axle lock or 4WD low is engaged, showing pitch, roll, and approach angle, and returns to media or navigation when highway mode is restored. No driver input required. The system reads the drivetrain state and reorganizes the UI accordingly. Where I think they've missed the instrument cluster. It reads clearly, but the design language doesn't fully match the aggression of everything surrounding it. At this specification level, I'd expect a more immersive off-road themed cluster layout. The cabin builds a coherent case, but the backstory behind this platform changes how you read everything you've just seen.
Here's the origin piece. The RHO brief reportedly came from a heavy extraction and recovery program, operators needing a production platform capable of self-recovery under full payload in extreme terrain. That requirement drove the axle lock specification, the suspension geometry, and the powertrain. The performance section shows exactly how.
Start at the rear. That Ram tailgate lettering is full matte black. No chrome, no gloss. Every exterior accent on this truck uses the same matte black finish. Bumpers, fender flares, tow hooks, and auxiliary light housings. When a manufacturer runs one finish specification across all exterior hardware on a heavy-duty platform, it signals a single design brief executed without compromise. The front bumper is a full steel bash unit with integrated LED light bar, dual cube auxiliary lights, and a factory winch mount. Fender flares are bolted and wide, accommodating the RHO's increased track width over the standard 2500. Ground clearance appears to be in the 14 to 15-inch range based on arch proportion against known 2500 dimensions. That's a number that matters when you're loaded to 3,000 pounds in the bed on technical terrain. This design holds up long-term because every exterior finish is matte PVD or powder-coated steel. Neither fades under UV exposure nor chips on rock impact the way painted bumpers do on standard heavy-duty trucks. The exterior makes the capability promise. The powertrain is where it's kept or broken. Platform baseline on the 2500 RHO, the 6.7-liter Cummins inline-6 diesel, producing 420 horsepower and 1,075 pound-feet of torque. That torque figure is what matters on a heavy-duty off-road platform. At 2,000 RPM under full axle lock with a loaded bed on a grade, 1,075 pound-feet of available torque means you're choosing a line, not hoping the truck finds one. Speculative CAC number 3. Predictive tow mode terrain compensation, using hitch sensor load data combined with GPS grade information to pre-adjust torque delivery and transmission lockup state before a descent begins. Standard systems react after the grade registers. A predictive system using known hitch load and topographic data pre-positions the drivetrain before the first wheel reaches the grade brake. Against a Ford F-250 Tremor at 500 horsepower and 1,200 pound-feet, for anyone who's towed a loaded equipment trailer on a mountain descent, the RHO's predictive load management delivers measurably more controlled behavior than reactive systems. That completes the engineering picture. Now let's talk about whether it's defensible at the price.
Now here's what I actually think, completely straightforward. The heavy extraction origin isn't marketing narrative. It's why the RHO carries a factory axle lock, a steel bash bumper with winch mount, and a diesel calibration optimized for sustained low RPM output under load, not peak dyno numbers. Now here's what I actually think, completely straightforward. The heavy extraction origin explains the axle lock, the bash bumper, and the diesel calibration for sustained low RPM output. This wasn't built to perform on a dyno, it was built to perform when loaded.
Pricing. Expect a window sticker between $78,000 and $94,000 depending on cab configuration and package level. Context. A Ford F-250 Tremor runs $72,000 to $88,000 with 500 horsepower and 1,200 pound-feet of torque, marginally more of both, but no factory bash bunker, no integrated axle lock cluster, and a cabin that doesn't carry this level of material specification at equivalent pricing. A Chevy Silverado 2500 ZR2 lands around $68,000 with genuine off-road credentials, but significantly less torque and no heavy extraction capability. On depreciation, heavy-duty off-road platforms with genuine mechanical differentiation and factory-integrated capability have historically held residual value better than standard HD trims. The RHO's full-steel exterior hardware, diesel drivetrain, and factory axle lock system combine to create a truck that trades on capability, not cosmetics. Insurance will classify this as a heavy-duty, work-capable platform. Factor that premium into your total cost calculation before signing. Here's the call. If you regularly operate under heavy load in genuine off-road conditions, ranch, construction access, trail recovery, this is the most complete factory heavy-duty off-road platform available right now. If your off-road use is occasional and towing is your primary use case, the F-250 Tremor covers 80% of this capability for $15,000 less. The RHO earns its premium through operational completeness. At the Open, I said that illuminated RHO badge is a mission statement. Having walked the full engineering story, it's more accurate to call it a capability resume. For the right operator, every line on that resume is justified. I genuinely like your perspective, especially if you've run a Power Wagon or a previous Ram 2500 in genuine heavy extraction conditions. Drop it below. RHO versus the F-2050 Tremor. That's the next one. Subscribe if this analysis is what you're here for. See you then.